And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 16.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
This a 31-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big
touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 28 yards.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
63, 63, 63. Go Silver, ready?
On first down, Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Hey, easy, 63, 63, back. Hey, 73, 73. Back.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Hey. Call up Yeti.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
73, 73.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Throwing is Hurts.
That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Swift. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And these Eagles may have been the first to really perfect this play. Let Hurts take the snap, then get some help pushing from behind. This was so successful, some folks, including me, were calling for this play to be outlawed. But while it's still in the books, no one runs it better than Hurts, and he takes this one in.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
First down, Atlanta.
Let's go now.
After 17-7 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Ritter will set up to throw it.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. 36 yards on the play.
Here we go.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Ready?
Robinson on a give right side.
And a short gain down to about the 33. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now 2nd and 3.
63.
Hurts. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
A big play there for Philly. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Eagles at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, you got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Swift. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
Okay,
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Ritter to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st down, Ritter. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Ritter on 1st and 10. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Robinson up the middle.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
73.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Now 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays we're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this out wide to Penny.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
Leaves it for Penny. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call and a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Yeti. 63, 60. Go Silver, ready? Hey!
Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that gets them back within 10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 73.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Look at the big man rumble.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. But he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Hey! Tiger Hornet. Pound that Yeti.
On first down, Hurts.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On second down, Swift.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's third and a few inches.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on third and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Hey, Silver.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Back to throw, Ritter. Got a man, it's London. Finding space at the 40.
And finally down at the 32-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Ritter off the play fake. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. Another throw coming up here for Ritter.
Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be in incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here's Ritter.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Broken tackle. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
63, 63, 63. Going silver, ready?
Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Hey, easy, 63, 63, bang. Hey, 73, 73.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing is Hurts.
They got his man, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift,
53 yards.
And the Eagles have even the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. offense out there for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
To be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Now a give, right side. Holland, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
King, Phil King, Phil King.
They'll keep it on the ground. Holly, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. 73. 73.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hey, Silver. Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti.
Now back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
At the 29-yard line.
Touch. Hey.
Penny up the middle.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
This is Swift on the counter.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
DeAndre Swift
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. On 2nd down, Ritter. He's got his man, London, right side.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Ritter. This is Robinson, and he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Here we go. Strike.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Ready?
Ridder wants to throw it. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready?
Here's Ridder. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now Ridder.
His throw incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Ridder looking to throw it here.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset.
Through an opening, and there he goes. DeAndre Swift, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before the season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Here's 1st and 10.
Faster.
Ridder.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Ridder back to throw. Pass complete to Robinson, and he's out of bounds to stop the clock. He gets a first, but just 10 seconds remaining.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
On the set.
A final shot now for Ridder.
Escaping the pressure right.
That's brought in downfield by London.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player.